Did you know that organizations with poor leadership lose an average of $1 million per year due to decreased productivity and high employee turnover? That's right, a staggering $1 million, and the damage doesn't stop there. Poor leadership creates a domino effect. It starts with a drop in morale. Employees feel undervalued, their motivation dwindles, creativity is stifled, and productivity takes a nosedive. As productivity drops, so does the revenue. But the consequences are not just financial. High turnover rates are another significant implication. Employees start seeking greener pastures. This not only leads to the loss of talent, but also incurs costs in terms of recruitment and training of new hires. In essence, poor leadership is like a slow poison, gradually eroding the foundations of an organization, leading to its eventual downfall. Clearly, the cost of poor leadership is high. But what exactly constitutes poor leadership? Scene script. Proverbs 6:16. 19 mentions 7 deadly sins, which we can associate with substandard leadership. The first of these is a proud look. The proud look in a leadership context represents arrogance. Leaders who believe they know it all, who refuse to listen to their team, who dismiss valuable feedback. This arrogance can create an environment where team members feel undervalued and unheard, stifling innovation and growth. The second sin is a lying tongue. Honesty is the bedrock of trust within a team. When leaders lie, they erode this trust, creating a culture of suspicion and doubt. Without trust, collaboration and teamwork become nearly impossible. Thirdly, hands that shed innocent blood. In leadership, this can translate to leaders who sacrifice their team members for their own gain, whether by taking credit for others' work or by blaming them for their own mistakes. This behavior can lead to resentment and a lack of loyalty within the team. The fourth sin is a heart that devises wicked plans. Leaders who intentionally set up their team members to fail or who exploit them for personal gain are committing this sin. Such actions can demoralize the team and hinder productivity. The fifth sin, feet that make haste to run to evil, can be seen in leaders who rush into unethical decisions or practices. This can put the entire organization at risk, both legally and reputationally. The sixth sin, a false witness who breathes out lies, refers to leaders who spread false information or gossip. This can create a culture of mistrust and fear where team members are constantly on guard. Finally, the seventh sin, one who sows discord among brothers. Leaders who encourage or allow conflicts within their team instead of fostering unity and cooperation are guilty of this sin. This can lead to a toxic work environment where team members are more focused on internal politics than on achieving their goals. These sins are not merely bad habits, they are behaviors that can lead to the downfall of even the most promising leaders. Not all leaders are created equal. There are those who inspire and those who intimidate. In the vast arena of leadership, a stark contrast exists between good and bad leaders. Good leadership, like a bright beacon, guides its followers towards the right path, while bad leadership, much like a fog, obscures the path and leads its followers astray. A good leader exhibits traits such as empathy, integrity, and resilience. They are the ones who understand their team's strengths and weaknesses, and they're not afraid to roll up their sleeves and get in the trenches with their team. They lead by example, demonstrating the values they expect from others, and they bounce back from setbacks, showing their team that failure is just a stepping stone to success. On the other hand, bad leaders often display arrogance, dishonesty, and a lack of accountability. They rule with an iron fist, instilling fear instead of respect. They blame others when things go wrong and take the credit when things go right. They are more interested in preserving their image than in fostering a healthy team environment. The impact of these contrasting leadership styles is monumental. A good leader cultivates a positive work environment, fostering a team that's motivated, productive, and loyal. They create a culture where everyone feels valued and heard, and where innovative ideas are encouraged and recognized. This leads to high employee satisfaction, low turnover rates, and ultimately a successful organization. Conversely, a bad leader creates a toxic work environment characterized by fear and mistrust. This leads to high turnover rates, as employees are more likely to leave a job where they feel unappreciated and undervalued. The team's productivity and morale plummet, and the organization suffers as a result. So it's clear that the ripple effects of leadership are far-reaching, affecting not just the leader and their immediate team, but the entire organization and its success. A good leader builds a team that is motivated, productive, and loyal, while a bad leader creates a toxic environment that leads to high turnover and poor performance. Every leader has a unique style, but are you aware of your own? This is the question we must all consider as we navigate the realm of leadership. As leaders, it's essential to take a step back and self-reflect. Self-awareness forms the cornerstone of effective leadership. It's about understanding your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and identifying areas for growth. You might be a visionary, inspiring your team with a clear and compelling future, or perhaps you excel at operational leadership, ensuring smooth execution of tasks. Yet, it's equally important to recognize areas where you might falter. To identify your leadership style, consider seeking feedback from those you lead. Ask them about your strengths and areas where you might improve. Honest feedback can provide valuable insights into your leadership style and how it impacts others. Now let's talk about the 7 deadly sins of leadership we've discussed earlier. These are pitfalls that can undermine your effectiveness as a leader. They include a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. Avoiding these sins starts with self-awareness. A proud look, for example, can be counteracted by humility. Recognize that your success is not solely your own, but a collective effort of your team. A lying tongue can be replaced with honesty and transparency, building trust within your team. It's also crucial to create an environment that discourages the sowing of discord. Encourage open communication, respect, and collaboration. Your actions as a leader set the tone for your team's behavior. So, take some time to reflect on your leadership style. Are there any of these sins you need to address? Remember, no one is perfect. We all have areas we can improve. Remember, effective leadership is not about power, but about empowering others. Avoid these deadly sins and strive to be the best leader you can be.